You enter it. Hi guys, welcome to today's class. Please, if you guys can hear me, please can I see? I can hear you on the comment section. Thank you, thank you. Please, if you can hear me, just type "I can hear you" on the comment section. I want to be sure that we are all here together. I want to see "I can hear you." Yeah, I want to see more. I can hear you. I can hear you. I've only seen one. I can hear you from here. I've seen. Okay, okay. I've seen. Okay, okay. So, guys, welcome to today's class. Okay, welcome to today's class. If you can hear me, type "I can hear you." I want to see more. I can hear you. We are just 7 here, so let's at least hit 10. Um, Moderator Ebe, can you hear me? Yeah, 9. Okay, so who can actually just remind us where we ended the last time while I bring it up? Please let's have the comment section on where we ended the last one. Um okay, okay. So who remember where we ended the last time? Let's get started today. We don't have time and we are not going to waste as much time like the other day. So this is where we ended the last time. We are going to continue from here. So sorry guys, let me just come back to my so who still remember how we got to this place? I want to just see like oh, first time joining, you're welcome, you're welcome. If this is your first time joining, definitely you have to go and watch the part one of this. If not, you might likely not understand what software we are using and how we arrived to this particular place we are right now. So if today is your first video or your first time coming to this live, just know that after this video, you go back and watch the previous class so you can understand it clearly. So who can just give me a briefing on how we arrived at this particular place? I just want to see like one comment. I don't want two comments. I don't want much comment. Just like one comment. I want to be sure that you guys still remembered how we arrived at this particular place. Please let's do that as quick as possible. I'm waiting to see a comment. I wanted to see a comment on how we arrived at this particular place. Just one comment. If you had okay, if you were there in the last class, please can you just raise your hand? Just type use the hand emoji on your keyboard. Let's see. Okay, got it, sir. Okay, okay, okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. I want to be sure that you guys we are still together. How did we arrive at this point? Okay, I'm seeing the love emoji, meaning you guys still remember how we got to this place. But I want to see a comment. I want to see a comment on how we get to this particular place before we can continue. We use ChatGPT by okay, okay, okay. Thank you so much. I think that's perfect what we wanted to get. So our ChatGPT got us to this particular place. So we used our ChatGPT last time to generate this particular code that gave us this particular website here. Though the website is not functional yet um because we haven't really done anything. We just generated it and we copied it to our VS Code. So now let's minimize my system so I can see both at the same time. Let's just see you guys. Okay, so this is what our activity generated for us. So let's go back to it. Let me reshare my screen so that So oh, network is loading. So ask our ChatGPT last time, where is the prompt? So we asked the ChatGPT that we are creating so we gave it a picture and asked it image for us first so we can get to know particularly what we are doing. And ChatGPT gave us this, and we asked the ChatGPT to convert it into HTML, and that's where we got this particular HTML code. And then we took it to our VS Code. So let me just I'm just briefing you about our last class so we don't jump from it. So a minute why I still take it to my yeah. So So what we generated from ChatGPT is what gave us this particular test here, which is called this is the code that they are generated HTML. It's already combined with HTML, CSS. So before we move further, we have to explain few things. If you guys remember, I asked you a question about HTML, CSS. I don't talk about JavaScript the last time, but we are still going to talk about it. So today we are going to first of all explain what HTML index.html is. So let me just take a small preview, because without that, if we don't understand how this code work, but we just have this code and we already seen a website, we don't really understand how come. And for you to edit your code very well in order to have a professional website, you must first understand how the code works. Because I can say, if you're not a programmer, you have not come across programming code like this, just seeing this test look so dis for you. You won't even know what is the outcome, how it is. So that's why we are going to first look at what is HTML. So I'm going to start. The first time we talked about HTML and I talked about index, like if you remember how we saved our particular project that will now previewed to give us the website you saw earlier. We saved it as index. So we start by explaining what is index. So just give me a minute while I bring up the index. Just a minute. Just a minute, guys. Let me just bring it up. Okay. So we guys understand what is. So we guys understand what is what is index.html. So let me just use for an instance. When you are building a house, we are building a website, so we are going to be using something similar so that it's very understandable. So let's say you are building a house. So index is like what is holding your whole, like what is the structure of the house. Let's say you want to build a complex. How does that complex looks like? What is holding it? Like we first say that when you want to start a house, you start from a foundation, but starting a foundation is holding the building. But what we are talking about, how does that building looks like? Where what like once you have your foundation, you now start putting your blocks and all those things. So html.index is particularly index.html is the main entry point of a website. It's usually the first page loaded when someone visits a website. So once you click maybe like for instance, let me say this particular website we're building, let's say we are going to use www.jobhunters.com. You get, so once you click on that www.com the job hunter www.com, what load first is the HTML. So HTML is like what is holding the windows, everything you have inside that particular website. You first, it's just like the main, like a key to a door of a house. Like, so once you open that door, you now begin to see what is inside. So index is like is like that rooms that contains the entire things that are inside your website. So that's what HTML is. That is what index is. So it's the first page that loads where you will have your menus. Let me just scroll down. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see if it's here. Okay, so an index is a starting point that help people find information. Web server automatically look for index. Web server automatically look for index.html as the default page. So once you just click on any particular website, the first page that is going to load is the index. So the index is where you will have everything, like you have everything that is inside the website. So you now start looking for what particular information you are looking for. Think of index as the front door of a house. Visitor enter through it before accessing other rooms. So it's just like I said earlier, that it's like a room that contains everything. So once you enter inside the room, you now begin to see other informations. So why do we create index.html first? A website need a structure before a design or functionality. HTML provide that structure. I have already explained this particular part that index is what holds index.html is what, like, the HTML itself is the structure that everything. Let's say you want to put picture this place, you want to put you want to put picture, you want to put text, whatever you want to put inside the website, you do that through HTML. That's how you start programming. So that's why we create it first. Okay, like I said, HTML creates heading, paragraph, image, button, forms, page, and sections. That's what you use your having laptop problem. Like I said the last time, I'm going to find a phone solution I can understand. I want to see more I can understand. This particular class is mainly for laptop. I said I was going to come up with a phone solution, but I haven't read. I'm not yet done that. So very soon. Uh, can't hear you. Please, moderator, can you hear me? Ebe, can you hear me from your end? Moderator, Ebe, can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me clearly from your end? Please, if you can hear me, please type I can hear you. I'm seeing Samuel Victoria is saying she can't hear me. Please, can you guys hear me? Please type I can hear you. If you can hear me, type I can hear you. Okay, I can hear you. Okay. So if you understand what I just explained by index.html, please, can I see I understand? So I say that index.html, first of all, let's say index. Index is the first page that load. Index is the first page that load when you click on a website. So it contains all other pages that is on that particular website. But once you click on www.anywebsite.com or however they are hosting it, whether.io, the first page that loads is the index. Then I said that HTML is the structure, is what holds the building. So whatever you want to add to your website, like pictures and buttons and every other thing, you do it in HTML structure. Network. Please, who else is having network issue? I can't hear you. Please, are you guys hearing me? Moderator, can you hear me? Yes, sir. Second moderator, can you hear me? Please type I can hear you. Why is the network? Is it my network or something? Please, if you can hear me, let's all type I can hear you. Can't hear you. I can hear you. I think Victoria, I think you have to refresh your browser. If you are using browser to watch, please refresh your browser. If you're not using browser, if you're using normal YouTube, I think if you are using phone, put your phone on flight mode and bring it back, then you'll be able to hear us. So let me see people that really understand what HTML and index that I just explained. If you understand, just type okay, I understand. I can see I understand. She got out and come back. Yeah, you can go out and come back. So while we can be waiting for her, let's move forward. So the next one we have on our list, that our previous class, I asked people if you know about CSS. So if you know the meaning of CSS, please can you just type it down the comment section. The meaning of CSS. The meaning of CSS, please just type it down. Please let's type the meaning of CSS. And if you understand a little bit about CSS, please can you just type it on the comment section. Okay. So let's say we say that our HTML is the building and the structure. So see CSS as your decoration inside your room. So you already have your room. So you paint your room, you put decoration, but now that we are talking about building a website, so your CSS contain color, how you want the color to look like. You use through your CSS to choose color that you want to appear on your website. You use CSS to choose font. You know, when you are building a website, like if you look at my screen, I'm having white, dark green, and red. So how do you still loading, right? Hmm? Okay, guys, please, if you can hear me now, please type I can hear you. If you can hear and see me, please type. Moderator, can you see me now? Yeah? Can you hear me clearly? Please, if you can hear me or you can see me, please let's type I can hear you now. I can see you now. So sorry guys, the network today, I don't know what's wrong with it. Network today is poor. Okay. So in that case, so move forward. So if you can see my screen, let me see. Where did I even? Let me see. Okay, so those of you that understand what CSS is already, what can you just give us a small? I can both see and hear you now. Okay. So I was saying earlier before the network went bad. So the HTML is the structure, why CSS is the design, the color, the font, how things appear, how you want something to appear, like how it looks like. You understand? So just imagine between this particular what is CSS you are seeing here, what you are just seeing right here now is black and white. Meanwhile, what you were seeing earlier on the other one, let me go back to that. What you were seeing on the last one, what you were seeing on the last one has a design like this, while the one on CSS is showing as just a blank space, black and white. So what actually happened between this, the difference between these two now is the other one has that CSS already working on it. Meanwhile, this particular one has no CSS. So as you can see that it's just black and white. So let's assume you didn't add any CSS to your code. What you will have, whatever code you are typing is either going to appear just black and white, and not even just black and white. The way it appear, where you want it to appear. Let's say you are choosing a title. For instance, this title now, as you can see, the title is a little bit bigger than the words down it. So once you are not using CSS, you will not be able to differentiate which one is the title and which one is not the title. So you use your CSS to talk about font, talk about. Secondly, you see in this particular one, HTML build the structure, CSS add the design. So HTML is the house, while CSS is the paint and decoration. I don't know if you guys understand. So when you apply CSS to your website, it gives it that attractive and professional look. And when you don't add CSS, it just appear plain and boring. I don't know if you get me. So What CSS control? You control the color, the font, the size, the background, the spacing, and the layout of how you want the website to looks like. So let's say, for instance, now H1 is like header one. So, and as you can see that inside this particular one, you have H1, which is the size of the size of the text. So we have from H1 to H6. H1 is the biggest one. So most of all the title you see on your hero session, we'll still go back to the hero session. Hold on, let me just go back. What hero session looks like. Just a minute. So in our website, sorry, where's the website? So if you scroll up to this our website, this particular find your dream job, build your feature. There was supposed to be a comma here. We have not really corrected that. So this particular font, this particular size of text at this top is bigger than the one down. So this particular up one was built using H1, while this other one was built using paragraph. So that is why this one appear as header. So the H simply stand for header. So once you are choosing that something is a header, if those of you that know how to use, sorry guys, those of you that know how to use Microsoft Word, you understand what header is. So to my, hold on. As you can see that it has already said that the header should be colored blue. So if I input this particular CSS code in my writing, it's going to make anywhere that you see this header, that I see any header on my web, it will make it color blue. That's what it looks like. Then an example, let's say this particular font, we have different fonts we can use, different font style we can use on our different design. So as you can see that this particular one, say that the body of the website should have a font family area. So this area is just like it, you guys know about. I'm not going to start explaining font type and font size here, because we all know about fonts. Even if you don't know, the one you use in your phone typing every particular day, that's what fonts looks like. So for you, the second option, what CSS does is to change your font, so you can choose to use any particular font you want. Then the next one is the size. So the header one, despite the fact that we already made it to be the header, like the biggest size, we can still choose the size, and we are saying, and it is saying on this particular one that we have 40 pixels. That is the size. So it's going to increase, it's going to like make it larger than the way it is before. You can choose any amount that fits your particular website. Then the next one is to change the background color to light blue. So let's say this is our particular website. Let me see what's our website. So the color of our website, so the color of our is white. Is white. That is the color of the background. So if we say that I should change it to blue, meaning this particular place you are seeing, okay, this particular place you are seeing white, the background that you are seeing as white is going to appear as light blue. You get it? But we are coming to build that party. We are coming to work on every of us. We are coming to work on them. So the next example is spacing. How you want the space of particular. Let's say how you differentiate between. Let me just show you an example from here, so that I don't just talk theory. So what's between this particular hero page here, the spacing between this your text, what the CSS control. So it's CSS that control the space in between. How is this find your job? How close is it going to be to this? How is this particular one? How is it supposed to be? Like the spacing that you have in your website, you control it through the CSS. So let's still go back. I think, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm explaining. Please just type I understand, so I can move to the next one. Do you understand what I mean when I say CSS? Okay, I can see many people typing they understand. So the next one we will have is what is called JavaScript, or you can say just script. So let me just bring it up. So script is, hold on, say script. So before I will continue on this, I want you guys to just tell me one particular thing here. On this my script page here that you are seeing on your screen, does it have a CSS or it does not? Please, I want to see the comment section. What we just discussed about CSS. Does it have CSS or it does not? It does have CSS. I'm seeing the first person typing that it has. It has. Yes. Why do you say that it has CSS? Because as you can see that we already have different colors, we already have different size. So meaning that this particular one already has a CSS. So what is a script? Script is script.js. This JS you are seeing here stands for JavaScript. It contains JavaScript code. JavaScript makes website interactive and dynamic. Let's say, for instance, now the animations like this, the smoothness between when you switch between a page to another page. Let me just go back. Okay, it's not yet working, but let me just go back and show you what it means. So now script control this button. What happens when you click on this button? What happens when you click on this upload? Because it's just a text that you are seeing, but there is an action that happens when you click on them. This is not yet functional because we have to click on it, but what makes it function? The functionality of all these things happen through what is called JavaScripting. So you write JavaScripting, that's where you will even have the access to collect somebody's CV or find job. The actions that are happening between a website, that's what you use scripts to. So let's continue. We are going back to, don't forget that I'm just explaining this. We are just explaining this to get to a point, to understand how these things works. It's not like this is our class for today. I'm just trying to, you need to understand these three things. What is, please, you guys, please, those of you that have been there, I want you to type the two things that we already discussed before we come to scripts. Type in the comment section what is the two topic we already discussed, the two subtopic we already discussed before we come here. Function of a site, yeah. It controls the function of a site, yeah. That's what script does. Please type the two things. Okay, HTML and CSS. I want to see more. You guys should type what we discussed. Yeah, CSS, HTML, yeah. So the last one now that controls your website, that controls the functionality of your website, makes it interactive to switching between when you are trying to call an action. Calling an action is like the place it says upload your CV. So it's called to a particular back end that you can upload your CV, and me at my own back end, I will see it. So what makes that function to function? Because let me just say you type on your Microsoft. Your Microsoft doesn't have that. It can't do anything. If you click on anything, it doesn't work. It has no JavaScript on it. But if there is a JavaScript is in a sense that once you click, you call an action inside a website, it takes you to another place for another function. So that thing that happening, you're not seeing it physically. You're not seeing it physically work, but that's what directs you to another place. So let's just continue. So HTML is the structure, CSS is the design, JavaScript behave. JavaScript, the behavior makes it comes alive. You understand? The JavaScript is what makes a website. So script is the instruction. JavaScript file extension, JavaScript file extension. So let me just explain from this place that it says script means instruction. So we are now building this website that we said is for job hunter. I'm going to modify it and to be using that. We are going to use that to post jobs. So what it means here, so you guys, it's instruction that you give to your website on what to do when somebody call an action. So let's say, I'll be using houses to do illustration since. So if somebody comes to your door and knocks on your door, you now have somebody is on the door. What do? You open the door for somebody to enter. I don't know if you guys can understand where it's like redirection. Yeah, it's also like redirection, but redirection means it's taking you from one place to another place. But what I am trying to explain is not like a redirection. It's like what's called, what I can say. Let me just find a simple format to put it. Is like, it's like you have. Let me just say you have money inside your bank, and for you to get that money, you need to go to the bank, so that you fill the receipt and you give them the receipt, and then they give you your money. So those action between when you submit your checkbook and they give you back, those action that happens. Now that particular one is the physical bank. So you submit to somebody and somebody give you the money back. But when you are building the website, you submit to the website and the website feed you back with another information. So how does he really understand which information you are sending? Is through JavaScript. JavaScript explain that particular one is the instruction given to a website to perform a particular program or task. Exactly. Samuel, you are there. Samuel, Victoria, you are there. You understand. You can also look at the comment section to get, maybe I might not be explaining the way you want, the way you want it to, you can fully understand. So going back to, please, if you guys already understand what I mean by JavaScript, just let me know so that we can go back. So we can go back to our building. So if you understand and we want us to skip this part, please let us know. Without JavaScript static, website static. With JavaScript interactive and smart websites. So HTML, care body, CSS painting, JavaScript engine, it makes it move. Then what JavaScript can do? So JavaScript can respond to a click. So once you click on something, that's actually what you click on a particular website is done through JavaScript. So if you click on a menu in a website, that action that tell the website that you have clicked on this, so let it show you another thing, let it display another thing, is done through JavaScript. Then a validate form. Let's say, for instance, now, if you let me just use Facebook for an instance. There's millions of people using Facebook, and all these people, once, if this person is named Moses, another person put that name Moses, automatically the system already saved the name Moses, so it will tell you that this name has already been taken. How did this website know that somebody has taken that name? So it's through JavaScript that they build that particular functionality that makes the system to remember. It creates an animation. So let's say I have, let me just see where we are going to in our website, but we have to have an animation inside our this particular website building. Let me see. Okay, it's not right here now, but please, guys, just in case we are forgetting about that, just don't forget about where I talk about animation. So animation can actually be something moving inside your website. It can be an action that performs when you click on something in the website. That loading process, if you show sometime, maybe like when you are having network issue and you see it rolling, you see it rolling like no network, it's rolling. That's what you call animation. You guys should understand about animation, because if you don't even know about animation, I'm sure some of you have watched cartoon and see that it's like a movement in between your sides. So if you guys are certain about this, please type I can understand, so I can go back and continue my last time. Please don't type we understand. Oh, sorry, don't type we, type I understand. Please type I understand so we can move forward. Okay, so the last time we asked our ChatGPT, and ChatGPT gave us everything here. And as you can see that if I scroll to the website, the first thing I'm seeing here is that we have an error. This error you are seeing is a job hunters logo, meaning we do not have logo on our website. So let's go back to our coding. It's a simple movement. I understand. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct. So if we go to this, if we go to ChatGPT generated for us, please, guys, look at this particular typing here, this particular code here. Remember that we say we are creating three files. One is for, please, can you type the three files we are supposed to be creating when building a website? The first three files you are going to create, please can you guys type it on the comment section. Let me be sure that you guys understand where we're going and where we are coming from. I know understand though. I can understand. Please, if you are there, please go to the comment section. Somebody just typed it right now. Somebody typed it, say, we are going to create HTML. And I say we are starting with index. So the person missed the index. Okay, the next person talked about that we have to create. So I said index is the first thing that you create. That is the first place that if you click on a website, yes, you guys are now getting it correct. I can see it. So those of you understand, please type what you don't understand on the comment section so I can answer your question. But when you are building a website, these three files is very important. You save your HTML, your CSS, and your JavaScript. Are you getting me? And we create JavaScript last. Why do we create JavaScript last while building our websites? I'm going to explain, but before I will explain, I would like us to finish everything we are coding. Then we'll not like the JavaScript control the movement, the call to action. So we need to build that action that should happen in a site before we can say that action. We need this action to happen. So we build our script last when building a website. So you must have done your HTML. You are doing your HTML and your CSS at the same time. Why you are doing it at the same time is because you need to know how it looks. If you just keep on typing, so that at the end you come and start styling them, it will give you tough time. But if you say you are welcome and you go say in this particular welcome, like if you choose header should be blue. That's what we discussed earlier. That our header should be blue. So anywhere you use that header one, it's going to appear as blue. Are you getting me? Like if you say this header should appear in center or appear by the side, anywhere you use that particular one is going to appear that same way. So we are not going to touch our script now. We are only going to be touching our HTML and CSS. That is the two things we are going to be touching. And at the end, when we must have finished building our site, we'll now start to tell the site to this place take this action, this place do this action. That's where we are going to start using our JavaScript. So for now, we are back on what ChatGPT gave us, and this is what the site looks like. So in this particular place, let's try to read our script. Let's try to read our script to understand how come this particular website looks like this. So if you check on the first place, you are seeing the doctor child, you are seeing HTML language, header, meta, but all this particular place, what is the most important here is the title. So the title of this particular website is the Job Hunter. So this particular meta you are seeing here that say viewpoint, content width, what you are seeing here is how it displays. I'm going to talk about this when we start talking about our JavaScript. So I'm just trying to explain this particular one so you understand how it functions. So you don't say you're just creating a website and somebody will now say, what is this? And you don't even know anything about it. They are asking you what is HTML. You say you are a developer, they now ask you what are this, and you don't know them. It's not good when it's good for you to understand what you are doing. So if you come to this particular place, this is what you call CSS, and you can save it as style. So when you are building it, first remember that I said that the first thing you create is index. Index is the first place that load when you click on a website. Now style is like index.html. Now we have style.css. So style is just like as the name already appear. What is the style that appear when somebody open your site? How does it appear? That's this particular place you are seeing as style is known as your CSS. So when saving it in a different folder, we're going to still later at the end. Sorry. When you look about this, you see that we have index.html. So our HTML and our CSS are on the same page. But in order not to have let me just start from the top. I'm not going to read this because AI is actually helping us, but I want you to just understand it. So you talk about the body of the website, and it's telling the website to have this font family Sego UI, and the background of the body should be white. So let me just make a little twist to this. We talked about background before white. So let's just change that our white background to something. Normally our job vacancy has green and blue. So I'm just going to choose blue. So I click on this particular place and I can just drag and drop your picker, your color picker to any particular place you're dropping it. So okay, let's even just say we have light blue as our background. But any change you make, you save it. So let's go back to our site. Let's go back to our site. Where is the site? So if we go back to our site, as it is already showing the blue that we picked. Look at the background. As you can see, the background is already showing you that the background is blue. We can still decide to change it anywhere just for you to be sure. So I'm going to just change it to red and I save to my site and I refresh. And as you can see that the background is now red. And so instead of, if you have a particular custom color that you want to use, I'm going to Control Z this because we are building with AI. We are not doing anything. So the AI have already given us white. If you want to change that white, we are going to tell the AI, change it to white. And besides, we are going to have two on this. We are going to have dark mode, just like the way you have dark mode on your phone and light mode. We are still going to tell the AI to create a dark and light mode also. We are not going to do anything, like I said earlier, we're not going to do anything manually. But I'm just trying to show you. Then it's navigation bar. So what is navigation bar exactly? Navigation bar is this particular bar that has all our pages here. This is what is called navigation bar. So right now we have not built any of the navigation bar. So even if we switch to Android and phone version, is not okay. So this is I didn't even know that it's already started working. But this navigation bar. So we have home, we have find job, employer, candidate on our navigation bar. So this is what navigation bar is showing. And on our navigation bar, as you can see that the color say blue. So let's just change that blue to white. Sorry, we are not going to work on all these things, but I'm just showing you how it functions so you understand it. So if I refresh my page right now, as you can see that the navigation bar automatically become white. But just know that we already have a white text before there. So since we already choose the background to become white, they now change it to white, and we already have white right up. So it's white background on top, white right up. That is not showing. So I'm just going to go back and change the color to black. So I'm changing the color to black and coming back to refresh. Oh, I'm supposed to share my entire window so that you guys can see. Oh no. Sorry, let me see how I can share my entire window. Position to share entire window, entire screen. Also share audio. Oh. Okay, so you guys can see my screen fully now. So I changed this navigation bar. So let me just Control Z. So sorry, I didn't know that I wasn't really working on. I wasn't showing you everything. So the navigation bar was blue before. So I decided to change it to. Let me just change it to red. So I just drag and drop it here, and I save. Just click on Control S to save. So if I go back to my site earlier, this is where our background is. This is where our background is. So if I click on this background and around, I change it to blue before. I'm going to change it to light green. So I click on save and I go back to my site. Understand me, please. If you are missing anything, please just type I cannot see, so that I cannot hear, or I don't understand, so that I understand what you are going through. So if I refresh, as you can see, the green. Let's see on the comment section whether you understand or you do not understand. some water, sir. Oh, thank you, guy. I don't understand. Please, those of you that don't understand, please just type what you don't understand so we can continue from there. So can I can't put this in a practice because of my phone. Those of you that are using laptop and you are following, please just okay. I'm seeing people saying they understand. If you don't understand, please just type where you are missing it and all follow along. But what I was trying to explain, let me just go back and explain what I was explaining earlier. So what I was explaining site looks like. Let me take it out from a phone, from a mobile view. So this is what our site looks like. Let me also Control Z this. Like doing any of this manually, we are going to tell AI, but just that you guys need to understand how it works. So I save and I come back here and I refresh. GPT gave us at first. This is what ChatGPT gave us at first. So we had this as our original plan. So if you can understand from this part that we were, please just type I understand from here. Just type I understand from here. Let me see. I'm waiting for your comment. Type I understand from this part. This part is what ChatGPT. This is what ChatGPT gave us. We have not started touching anything. And mind you, I am not saying we are going to touch this thing manually. We are going to ask AI to do whatever it needs to do. So you can understand what moderator, can you hear me? Showing me one in there. My network is bad. Yeah. You can hear me? Please. Okay. Okay. If you can, my network is bad. I need water, moderator. For just a few minutes. Okay, so we are going to move forward. So I said I need to understand what you want to tell your AI to do. Just in case sometime you can ask ChatGPT you can give ChatGPT a picture to work for you, and ChatGPT might just remove your head and put somebody else head. Moderator, I need water. Give me water from there. Network is breaking. Moderator, can you hear me clearly? Yes. Yeah? Yes. Okay. Network is bad. The network is breaking. Sorry. If you can hear me, please type I can hear you. I'm seeing so much network on the comments. If you can hear me, type I can hear you. Thank you so much, Laugh Nation. Laugh Nation, this message is for you, Laugh Nation. If, for instance, you become one of our lucky winner, I can hear you, and you can't prove the identity of this your Laugh Nation, if you can't prove that this is you, then we are not going to give you. So if you are coming on this particular live, make sure that your name appear the way it appear on your government issued ID card, just in case you become one of our lucky winners. So Life Nation, thank you for commenting. That draw my attention to your to the name on your listing. So make sure you be able to prove your name. So okay, you guys can hear me now. So I was just explaining on how you understand your code before asking ChatGPT to do anything. So I started reading from here, and I think where you got confused, where you guys got confused is this particular font and body color. So the color we have on our website, the background color of this our website is white. And I say that we are not going to even go with whatever we are doing manually. We are going to tell ChatGPT, our code editor to change. We are going to tell the AI we are using, tell it to put everything once. We are not doing anything manually. But I'm just trying to make you understand so that in case if this goes this way, maybe in case your AI that is writing the code for you start misbehaving, you can go by yourself and just change it. You understand? So So now the background color of this our website now is white. So let's change that to another color. I'm just changing it to red and I save. Control S to save. So if I save and I come back and refresh, and as you can see, sorry, it seems I did not save. Oh, background red. I save and I go back to my website and refresh. The background to my website now become red. So that is that about. And I say we are not using do the website. We're going to use automatically. The next thing is navbar, and I talked about navbar. Navbar is this particular places you see home, find job, employer, candidate, blog, about us. This is what is called navigation bar. So this particular place where you are seeing blue reach the end, this particular first line is called navigation bar. And once you are building your website, you need to always switch in between mobile view and desktop view, because sometimes you can build on desktop view completely and you don't know that when you preview it on mobile view, it's not previewing well, or the color might even change. Like you can tell your ChatGPT, I say ChatGPT, once you switch to mobile view, change the color. You understand? So we need to always switch. How you switch from your desktop view to mobile view from your laptop is to just right click and go to inspect. So once you go to inspect, you can even choose which particular phone you want to view it on. And as you can see on this dimension, I'm using iPhone 12. But here you can see that I have other iPhone SE, SR, 14 Pro Max, PZ. You can see so many other. You can even start click on this AD to use. Let me just continue using this. Let me even just put 14 Pro Max. So it appear on 14 Pro Max, and this is how it appear on 12 Pro Max, and this is how it appear on Samsung Galaxy, and so on. Are you guys? Can you guys hear me? The network, is it bad again? Moderator, can you hear me? I can hear you so that I can see it too. Type I can hear you. Network is bad. Type I can hear you so that I can see it clearly. Type I can hear you before we continue. Okay, I can hear you. So that is the nav bar, and the nav bar color that we have here is showing us blue. So remember to always change in between desktop view and mobile view so that you can get to see how somebody that uses phone sees your website, and how somebody that views it on a computer, how the person sees it, how people that use this phone see it. And if I close it from here, this is how people that use laptops see it. So we are talking about navbar, and the navbar color we have here is this dark blue. So let's change that to another color. Before we change it to another color, remember that our text is already white. Whatever color we are going to change it, we are not changing it manually. I'm just saying this. We are not changing this manually. We are going to use AI to completely build it. Let me just go for dark red. Remember, we are not doing this manually. We are going to ask AI to do it. So if I go back to my page and refresh, as you can see, dark red now appear. So I am not going to go through the whole thing with you, but you, once you start building, you can start reading all those. You can just try ChatGPT entirely generate for me so that you can understand it perfectly well before you continue. Then if you come down, so I say this particular one that we are changing color, changing size, changing this one. What is it called? Please type on the comment section. What is that? Is that H? Wait, so network is bad again. I can hear you. Okay, please, oh, where we just changed our color now, we were talking about what is it called? Is it CSS, HTML, or JavaScript? Type the answer CSS. Okay, CS dot style. Exactly. So when you use CSS dot style, okay, okay. Thank you. So This person typed css.style. So style is the style. Format. HTML is the format. JS is the format. So when you are saving those three things, we are going to come back to save them separately. But when you want to save them, let's say you want to save something as style.css. I'm going to show you once we go back to our code editor. If you are using css.style, meaning it's a different file entirely, but what we have here right now is that our css and HTML is on the same file known as index. So once we want to create css, we are going to say style dot create new file, and you style dot, I'm just doing this, but we are going to ask AI to do it since we are talking about it. I just said it on the comment. So this is a type of file on its own, and it's asking me where do I want to save it. We already started saving it from this particular folder, so I'm just going to create the file here, and it gives me this a blank space for me to start typing. I'm just showing you how it works. Then if you want to create the one for script, the same way you type script.js. JS stands for JavaScript. So that is how we do that. So that's it. So if I go down to this particular place, what I have, you start seeing body is now not this the upper one that we just discussed about, talking about style and color and size. But here that you see here, body is what appear in the website you are building. So that's the entire body of the website. And as you can see, is navbar and is creating all this. So you just need to read through what ChatGPT already created for you. So the job hunter you are seeing here, is what we have here. As you can see it here, this is our navigation bar. The nav bar stands for navigation bar. So this is it here. Yes, you are getting it. So the nav bar is that. Then if you scroll down, you see where it show you home, find job, employer, candidate, blog, about us. Look, I'm just trying to show you how these things work, but let's just change this find a job. We are still coming back to Control Z it to give us, let me just say sample. I just typed sample here, and on this candidate, let me just say applicant, and I save. So if I go back to my website, this is what we have here. Remember that what we just changed is this find job, and candidate. So if I refresh now, as you can see that it changed that particular two things that we changed from our coding here. It changed this particular one from the initial one that said find job to sample, and it changed this particular one that says candidate to applicant. So if you go back on our website, it changed it to this. This is how you change in between this particular one. So what next is when you click on it, let me go back to when you click on this home, where is it redirecting you to? Where is this sample? Where is it redirecting you to? Like, where is it redirecting you to? So what we have here, that we have hash. Hash means that it's not telling you to work on any other place. So we are going to have that HTML code. So we are going to have, let me just copy home and paste it here and say, once you click on that home, it's going to that only what we have on our this not it. Tutor. What we just have here that we started working on is only index. That's the only HTML we have here right now. It's just index that we have. So once we start working on all those pages start appearing, but we have not started touching them. We are going to touch them through our AI that builds it. So this is how you scroll through all your charts, and everything you see on this particular body here, you try to examine it from your website. So I'm going to come to this place where you say how it works. let's find it on our code, how it works. So how it works comes afterwards. It comes after feature job. It comes after feature job. After feature job, popular category. So let's go back so we know where we are looking for. So popular job, you can see the popular category here. So we scroll down and to see how it works. Please, if I'm scrolling, I'm passing where you see how it works. Please, you guys should inform me. Uh, Sharing then. Okay. Please, I'm looking at your comments. I've gone to the extreme. Try to examine all your whatever ChatGPT give you. Try to where it's placed, to know how it works. Just try to read in between your code so you understand your code. I know maybe like for instance, I want it to work only on this how it works session. I can tell my AI, go to so session, do this on it. And the AI will go to that particular place, the exact place you mentioned, it will go and work on it. So that is how this code works. So if you guys understand this part, please just type I can understand. Please type I can understand. Let me, are you posting previous? The previous one is already live, so you can go back and watch it. This is sincere, amazing to learn. Please type I can understand so that I know that we are together. Type I can understand, and we are supposed to just do 1 hour. We're already doing 1 hour 6 minutes. Okay, so we are now going to go back to our code editor and start working on our code editor. So before we go to our code editor, let's take a look at our website again. So this is what it looks like, and we are going to go back and return these colors that we changed, return everything we changed. We are not going to do anything manually. We are going to do everything completely using AI. That is what I said. I don't want us to work on anything manually. So I save and I come and I refresh. So this is what ChatGPT gives us. So we now start to work. What is the first thing we are going to work on? We are going to generate this entire page. So we have different page. We have home. We have home is this particular place you are seeing. So once you click on home is the index. Are you getting me? Home is that place I discussed earlier that once you click on a website, it redirects you to index. So index is what is called home. So let's go back to our code editor and how do we start working on it. So we have two ways, two patterns. Either we go back to the same ChatGPT and do and copy and come back to this place, or we have what we discussed that the tools we are going to use, which is GitHub Copilot. The GitHub Copilot last in our previous class. Please let me know you type in if we discussed about it. This person said that you can also tell AI to give you the full dynamic function. Yes, we would have loved to have that, but why we are doing it is because we are going to use what it generated from the first one to give us the second one. We want to, okay, you can hear me. We want to do everything one after the. There's a mistake, we can trace it back. But if you tell it to do it once, if you finish doing it that particular once, that means if we have to control Z, if we have to go back, we'll have to go back till we go back. You understand? That's why. So you that said we are supposed to, okay, you can tell the AI to give you the dynamic function. We can do that. We want to take one after the other. So we are now using AI to build automatically manually. So because building the one page after is manual, you understand? But we are doing that in order not to cause disruption. Let's say there was an error that we needed to debug. Instead of us debugging in one particular page, we are debugging it on the entire page. So we are going to create the page one after the other. So type in if we discussed about GitHub Copilot the last time. So those of you that are with your system, go to your VS Code editor and click on the space that you see extension. I've not seen Adawale today. Oh. Adawale, I've not seen him today, and he was following the last time. Okay, so we downloaded GitHub Copilot to our system the last time. It's up. Why is it not appearing? I think my network is poor. So if you have not downloaded GitHub Copilot to your system, can you hear moderator? Can you hear me, moderator? Okay. So if not downloaded it, just go to your extension, which is this particular place, and you type in GitHub extension and GitHub Copilot, and you install it. Installing it is very simple. I'm trying to see the one I've not installed. Okay, like this particular one, you just see install by the side. So just click on install. I don't know why my network is so poor. Let me see GitHub. Why is it not? Just let me try. So if we have it, you just click on this particular tool here. You are seeing by build. So what do we want to build on our website? This is our website. What is the first? Find a job. So we are going to do this find a job page, just like the way we did with our CSS. The other one we did the CSS with ChatGPT, but this time around we are doing it with GitHub Copilot. But before we do that, I think we like to add logo and probably change this picture so that even if it's building the next one, even if it's building this page and there's a necessity for it to use our logo or use any picture, is going to use the same logo. Rather than when we finish building, we start changing it one after the other. So let's generate our logo. So if I go back to my ChatGPT, where we hey, this network and this thing. So we already uploaded this particular picture here to ChatGPT, and that is what we use to generate this our page here. This network today, maybe the network respects itself. Oh. So the logo that we uploaded, our image, the image of our job vacancy group, that's what we uploaded and asked it to generate. We generated this particular one. So we are going to also use the same picture and tell the ChatGPT to generate an image for us. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT, please generate. Sorry, let me minimize this so I can see what I'm typing. Sorry, the share screen thing is blocking my. Okay, so I'm going to import this particular picture. I'm going to download this particular picture so that I can use it to generate logo. My network is so poor in my ChatGPT, so I'm just trying to. I'm just going to leave the picture since you have the picture. I'm just saying using the previous. Using the previous create a logo in PNG file, PNG formats. So let's see if the ChatGPT is going to give us what we want. But the way my network is slow, but let's see what he gives us. We need that logo to generate the rest of the page because he will need logo in all the pages. If you can hear me, please type I can hear you. Okay, GitHub Copilot here. The network is bad. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please type I can hear you. Moderator, can you hear me? Okay, okay. So we are still leaving our ChatGPT to finish generating. Okay. So it's not must that you must use ChatGPT to generate your logo. If you already have your own logo, it's perfect. But I said I wanted to build a complete website with AI. That is why I'm telling ChatGPT to generate the AI. There's so many other places you can generate logo. So you must not use my own because I use ChatGPT to generate the logo. You want to use ChatGPT to generate your own logo. If you have any other place you can generate your, it's affecting me too. What is affecting you, please? Oh, let's understand. Can we do? I can hear small. Please, oh, if you can hear me, type. I can hear you. Let me see from the comment section that you can hear me. Gemini. Yes, exactly. Gemini. You can also use Gemini to create logo. My network is slow. If not, he has already finished. Please, oh, who is typing CSS? Okay, okay. You guys can hear me. It's cool. I'm waiting for my ChatGPT to load the logo that he created. Oh, just give it 3 minutes. Okay, so I think ChatGPT actually did justice. We are going to end this class by next week. The network, yes, the network is so bad. Oh, ChatGPT do this thing now. Let me pass this level. Let me see if it's going to download. Oh, can download. So, meanwhile, we are going to create a folder in our. This is where I've been saving all the jobs, like we created it from the first day. So we're going to add another folder to this first folder and name it IMG. IMG means image. Let me even type everything sooner or later. So this is where we are going to add all our pictures that we are going to use on our site. So what ChatGPT is creating right now, we are going to save it inside that IMG folder. So I'm just going to, while this one is keep loading, I'm going to go to this place and describe that I want the AI to use the logo that we just created inside IMG folder, in the same folder, in every place necessary, that the AI should use that particular logo that we created. So we're going to name the logo as logo. You understand? We're going to name it as logo.png. So I'm going to say check the folder img img, use the logo, let me say comma, use the logo .png in every place. Let me see if it has finished generating. Oh, this network is fucking up. Oh. What happened? The network is bad. The network is bad, so I think we are going to end this class here today because the network is so bad. Okay, did it load? Okay, I think the network so okay, my sharing stopped. Oh, my sharing stopped. Hold on. I think I was sharing the entire screen. Ewo, sharing this entire screen is even myself. I don't know what that is. Press. Sorry, guys. So I don't know. So let me just keep switching between. The ChatGPT have actually created a logo for us. It has created a logo for us. So let's download the logo and put it inside the same folder that we just named. This network, what thing they do? And I did download all of them. So I'm going to just copy what I just created now to like I'm not sharing the screen again. Okay, let me just share the entire screen again. So he generated this particular logo for and I've saved the logo on this folder. So I'm just going to say logo dot logo.png. Okay, it's already a PNG file. So once you just type logo, that's it. So we were saying that you should create. Sorry, hold on. What's in this up with my network? Moderator, can you still see me? Why not they see where to share screen again? It's okay. I can't hear you. Please, if you can hear me, please type I can hear you. Let me see from those of you that can hear me. If you can hear me, just type I can hear you. Yeah, the network is poor. If you can hear me, just type I can hear you. Type I can hear you. Okay. Okay, so this is what he generated, and I already saved it into a folder and I named it as logo. So we are going back to our editor and ask that it should check every place necessary, that it should check the folder img, use the logo.png in every place necessary. I'm trying to bring this thing to the center. Many files already open. Mhm. So in every place necessary, so I just click on enter and allow it to do its work. So as you can even see that it's already the image pasted is pasted there already. So let's wait for it to do that, and that's where we're going to end today's class. But let's just give it a few minutes. But I doubt if it's going to continue since my network is very poor. Moderator, can you hear me clearly? Okay. Moderator, please, my phone. Oh. Yeah. Just few minutes while it and gives us something that we can come to preview. Thank you. Sorry, I need that one. Everything. Just few minutes while it loads. My network is poor, that's why it's taking time. Where we are going to come back to this. while we are coming back to this, let me sorry guys. Okay, so while the thing is loading, my question for today for the laptop giveaway, we are going to end. Guys, refresh. Please, if you can hear me clearly, please just type I can hear you. I don't want to leave anybody behind. Type I can hear you. Okay, okay. So let me see if it generated. Oh, it actually failed because of poor network. Let me just share it. So failed because of poor network, but I'm going to say try again. So while it's loading, I'm going to go back to my question. Oh, it actually started working. So my question for today, we discussed about three things. My first question for the laptop giveaway, I'm asking three questions, and the first person that gets the answer correctly have is the winner for today. So guys, the first question is, can a website exist without JavaScript? First question. Second question, can JavaScript work without HTML? The last question, why do we create JavaScript last? So if you heard my question, I'm going to repeat again. Oh, I'm going to repeat my question again. Three questions. I want you to type all of them in one place. Type all of them in one place. Type number one, this is your answer. Number two, this is your answer. Number three, this is your answer. First question, so type it as one. First question, can website exist without JavaScript? Second question, can JavaScript work without HTML? The last question, why do we create JavaScript last? Moderator, can you hear me? So I'm sure if you can hear me, please type I can hear you. You guys are typing the question. Oh my God. You people should type the question in one place. Number one, no. Samuel, number one, no. Number two, nah, I bet when I even type the word, they take C where. I've only seen one person that typed the three question correctly. If you want me to repeat my question, if you want me to repeat my question, you tell me so that I do it again. DBC. You people now start typing it correctly. I'm still reading to see who has the first question. Samuel is the first person say number one, no. Number two, no. Number three, because JavaScript is the one that gives function to the website. So that's not the correct answer, Victoria. Yes, it can, but without functionality. Please type the question, your answer in one place. Yes, number Adebisi Lowale. Yes, number one, yes. Number two, no. Number three, JavaScript is created last because it uses to control behavior and control the feature of websites. Number one, no. From Jerry, number one, no. I'm still reading. I'm not seeing the correct answer. Gabi, imagine number one, no. Number two, yes. Three, for the interaction and functionality purpose. Fortune. Fortune number one. Fortune say no. Number one, no. Number two, yes. Number three, to display image and picture. Sorry, Fortune, your answer is incorrect. This is not what we discussed about scripts. Ugbo Helen Ifeanyi. Number one, yes. Number two, no. Three, JavaScript makes website interactive. Number two, no. Sorry, that's not the correct answer. Laugh Nation, number one, yes. Number two, no. Number three, because there must be a site before we think of adding functionality. That's not the correct answer. The team don't even put it. I hope that they read the first all the. Make us start afresh. Me and make sure I don't miss anybody like the last time where everybody they say this is the first person. The first person that start typing. Jerry, you are wrong. I don't want to say the answer yet because I've not seen the correct answer. Then Naomi Nneka number. Nneka, I don't understand your answer. One, oh no. Sorry, your question, your answer is not part of the listing. Gabi, number one, no. Sorry, that's not the correct answer. Number one, no. Why do you got? Sorry, I've not seen this thing, but making people should not make me to just say the answer without. Finally found the answer. Omo, you guys, I have not seen particularly what I'm looking for. I need I need more people to type. I don't know why you people believe I'm not going to say the answer, but I'm going to say the answer immediately I see the correct answer. So the first person here that I'm seeing that said that wrote the correct thing here is Wonder. Wonder say one, yes. Who they call me? Abeg, anybody. Wonder say yes, but it will limit functionality, meaning HTML can exist. What was my question? Hello? Good evening. Sorry, just give me a few minutes, I'll call you back. Which of the branch? Oh, Hassan. Yeah, you can actually, but I'm not in that branch right now. I'll be there maybe like in the next 1 hour. Yes, yes. Once I start heading to the branch, I'll call you. All right, all right. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that interruption. Where is one that this thing again? Now the test though, don't plenty. Okay, found it. So the first question said, can can a website exist without JavaScript? And you guys are typing no, meaning that all the things we'll be saying here, you guys did not understand, and you did not say that you did not understand because actually website can exist without without a JavaScript. The only thing JavaScript does is that JavaScript tells the action, the functionality, the interactiveness. The only thing you will have is that you will not have access to those things that JavaScript is going to make it to function. So JavaScript can actually website can exist without a JavaScript. So you guys that there's a JavaScript. Okay, it's now because I don't talk yes and I don't dey type yes. Java website can exist without website. Yes. So I like what Wonder type. He said that he can. Now where they wonder this thing there again? Why the thing they go up? Okay. So website can exist without JavaScript. The second question. What's my question? Second question again. Second question say, can JavaScript exist without HTML? So the answer is no. The answer is no. So one that also still answer that not effectively, because JavaScript on its own, like once you bring a JavaScript, there is nothing for you to do when there is no structure for you to tell the JavaScript to work on. So definitely JavaScript cannot exist structure. So if you don't have it, it will not work. What is my last question? And what is Wonder script last? Nah, the Wonder test. Where the Wonder test? Basically, Wonder answered. Where is the Wonder test now? Where is? Please, sir, please check my. Ugo, I see your own now. Why? Wait till you type from your own. You first started with no. Let me see. I know they see the Wonder again, no, but I know say the Wonder still answered. See, Ugo for yeah. So make I check your own. I'm checking from the first person that give me the right answer. Ugo, your where is now where the one that on come dey again? Make I first complete. So the first person I'm seeing here that got the correct answer is Wonder. Ugo, let me just see Ugo own. If you say correct answer. Number one, no. Number two, yes. You didn't give me why I say one that gave me exactly what I wanted is that you were just saying no without reason. You should have just said okay, like I'm seeing so many other people giving me exactly some reasons. But you are just saying yes and no, yes and no. I wasn't asking if we talked about a lot of things. So if I wanted to ask you a question that would just demand yes and no, I would have. And then your first question here, you say number one is no, which is a wrong answer. My first question, where's my first question? My first question said if first question say can a website exist without JavaScript? Ugo, why you got it wrong is because you answer number one, no. Meanwhile, website can exist without this thing. So your question is no. Any other person that wants to say I should check his comments, or we are all agree that I say we are all agree answer. So, guys, this is where we are going to end today class. We are going to continue, though the what we were just creating just finished. So let me just save and see if it's going to continue. Um, I'm going to show you guys how this thing ended. We need to end the class now, but I'm going to show you guys how it come up. So my network is just so poor right now. I don't know if I should do it before the next class, but as you can see, that is already what is checking the current HTML and image folder content to update logo usage consistently. That is why I say that you should use it in every place necessary. So it's going to consistently use that logo across all our pages. The network is so bad right now, so we can't continue for today. But I think I'm going to stop this particular, I'm going to stop it so we can do it next week. Thank you guys for coming up. We are still doing same time next week on Sunday by 7:30. See you guys. The one thing I always say is once you become one of our lucky winner, make sure that you have a government issued ID that have that same name. If you can't prove that the name I'm seeing here now, if you can't prove that it's the same name, in fact, now you'll be your name. Check Laugh Nation. I answer yes, no. If you answer yes, no, without giving me any reason to answer yes, no, let me go and check Laugh Nation. Your first comment, Laugh Nation. No. see, you didn't give me any, you were just giving me yes and no, and you didn't even comment before. You didn't comment before Wonder. You can scroll through the chat and go up to Wonder's comments. So thank you guys. See you next week. Wonder, reach out to me on WhatsApp with your government issued ID. Thank you. Good night. Good night, guys. Okay, it did not end.